In this video, we are going to talk about how we can create our custom header and footer for a WordPress website by just using the full site editor. So now, without using any third-party page builder, we can build our custom header and footer by just using the native Gutenberg blocks. So if that sounds interesting, then let's dive in. So in this video, we are going to cover how we can create our custom header and footer. And in the next video, we will cover how we can create a complete website and a blog by just using the full site editor. But if you are wondering, what is this full site editing in WordPress? So to understand the full site editing, we can say that earlier, to create our custom header or footer, or maybe the post or the page template, we were either dependent on the theme. So like you are using Cadence theme or maybe Astra theme. So you will use the customizer of the theme itself to create your custom header, footer, and various page layouts. Or if you are using a page builder like Elementor or Divi, there you create your custom theme template and then create your complete WordPress website. But now with the version 5.9 of WordPress, we have the ability of full site editing, which means that we don't need any third-party page builder or depend on any third-party theme to build our custom header, footer, or page template. We can now do all that by just using the native Gutenberg blocks. All we need is a theme which is based on full site editing, and there are a lot of them. So now let's dive in our computer backend, and I'll show you how you can design your custom header and footer by just using full site editing. So in order to create our custom header and footer, we need to install a theme which supports full site editing. And for that, we need to go to Appearance and then go to Themes. And right now we have 2020 native theme which do not have full site editing support. So for that, we need to go ahead and add a new one. And here we have 2022 theme, which is supporting full site editing. Along with that, you can go in feature filter, and here you will find an option full site editing, and then apply this filter. And now you see all these themes that support full site editing. So you can start with any of these themes. So you anyway need to customize your header and footer. So you can start with any theme and create your own templates. But for this example, we will only use 2022 theme. So let's install this and then click on activate. And now we can get rid of this old 2020 theme. Alright, so now after installing this 2022 theme, which is based on full site editing, the first thing that you will notice, which looks very different, is that under your appearance section, you only have two options. First is themes, where you can install a new theme and see which theme is active. And the second one is editor. All the other old options like menu, widgets, background, or anything else are all gone. So everything which deals with designing of this website will now come under the editor. For example, if you are using Cadence theme, you have customizer here, and then you go in the customizer to create your header, footer, and various templates. But now everything will be done by this single editor. So in order to build the custom template for this website, we need to go to this editor, which is right now in beta version. Let's click on this. So now we are inside the template editor, and here we see the site logo. We have the sample menu. We have this big giant header. After that, we have our post title, feature image, content, pagination, and our footer. So now in order to identify which one is our header and what are other elements, the easiest way to do that is to open this list view. And here you will find header, which is here. And after that, we have query loop. And all this is actually laid out in this template by just using native Gutenberg blocks. Earlier, these query loops, post title, feature image, all these Gutenberg blocks were not present, but now we have them here. And using these Gutenberg blocks, we can design our complete website theme. And after this query loop, at the very bottom, we have our footer. So right now we are under home page, where this all header, footer, and main content template is laid out. So we can either edit the template right here, to design our homepage, or we can create our very own custom header, custom footer, and the main content area, and then combine all these small template parts to create our final website theme. So where we can find all these template parts, we need to click on this WordPress icon here, and the second option is templates, where it will list all the page templates that are handling this complete theme. So here you can see the template name like 404 page, archive page, search page, single post, and all this is helping us to create our 2022 theme. And the next option is template parts, which actually deals with the small parts of this entire template, like our header and footer. So here we can see we have different version of headers and a single version of footer. So now in order to create our own version of header and footer, we can use this add new button here on the top. And by this, we will be creating a custom template part, which we will use either for header or footer. And we are not doing any editing in the native template parts, because if in case in future we update this theme, we don't want to mess up with our native template parts. So it's better we create our own version and then use them to create our final page template. So let's start by this add new button. So let's call it custom header, and here we have option for area where we want to use this template part. So we will be creating a header type template part, and then we will just click on create. So now we are inside this blank area where we can create our custom header. So all we have to do is just drop the Gutenberg blocks in this area and our header will be done. And by this, we will be able to create our own custom header. And before we proceed, let's go back in the WordPress backend. So for the dashboard, I need to use this dashboard link. Let's open that in a new tab. And we need going to install a new plugin. And here we will search for Cadence. So we are going to install this Cadence blocks plugin, by which we will be able to get a lot of Gutenberg blocks, which can help us design our page layouts or various sections for the page. So let's go ahead and install this plugin and let's activate this. So now we have this plugin installed. Let's go ahead and refresh this custom header template here so that we can load our Gutenberg blocks from Cadence. Alright, so we are back in the blank area to create our custom header. And here from the plus sign, we can search for Gutenberg blocks. So it's best we should start with a group block. Let's click here. And now in the content area, we have this group block. And to see the settings of this group block, we need to click on this wrench icon here. And now for this group block, we can define either to inherit the design layout from the theme, or we can define our own structure. So first, from the pixel, we will turn that to %, and in the wide, we will mention 100% because we want the structure to be 100% wide. But for the content area, we want only 80%, so that our elements will not be stretched out all over this structure. They will be in the 80% area. After that, we have color option. So we can define the background color or the text color for the elements that will be added under this group. So right now, let's go ahead and add some background color so that we can see what we are building. So let's add a light shade orange. After that, we have border option. We have option for padding and block spacing. So we can define all that from here. Once that is done, let's go ahead and click on this plus icon to add Gutenberg blocks inside this group block. So now we will search for a row layout, which is coming from the Cadence blocks. And we are going to choose this structure, which is a 3-column layout. And in the first one, we will add our website logo. In the second column, we will add a navigation menu. And in the third one, we will add a call to action button. So let's start with the first column. Here, we will search for site logo. So this is a new Gutenberg block by which we can add a site logo. And this site logo will be visible on all the pages where we will include this custom header. So let's add this site logo, or maybe you can use a simple image block as well and then link that to homepage. Both will work. So let's upload our logo and let's select this image. And now for the settings, we can update the settings from here. And once that is done, we can now go to the next tab. Here we have add block. So here we will search for a new block, navigation. So this block is going to help us create our navigation menu. And this is actually the worst part of this update, because creating navigation using this navigation block is not easy for everyone, especially for those who are not from the technical background and just creating their WordPress website, maybe for their business. So let me show you what I mean. If I click on Start Empty to create a new menu, here I have an option to select a menu. If you have already created a menu, you can add that, but there is no way to go back in backend and create your separate menu. Every menu will be created right here. So after that, we have list view. So this will list all the elements. And now in order to add a new block, you need to click on this button here, which is hard to click because right now these two buttons are overlapping. Now after a lot of try, you will get this drop box. Here you can select what elements you want to add in your navigation. So maybe we can search for our page. Right now you can see our sample page showing here. You also see the post as well as the category, because all these are already created in the backend. So that's why they are showing here. But if in case we want to add our pages in menu which are not yet published, we can just start typing the page name. Here it's asking us to add a custom URL, or we can create a draft page that is home. So let's create this link here. And once that is done, this is going to add the first element of our menu. To add the next element or the next menu item, as soon as you press enter, you will get the next option says add link. So once again, we will type in the page name which you want to enter. And once again, we will create a draft page that is about, and let's click here again and press enter. We will create a new draft page services, then press enter again. And then we will add a new draft page contact. So this is how we can add various elements in our navigation menu. So let's align this towards right hand side. So from this list view, we go back in our navigation. And here in the settings, we will align or justify that to right. So with this list view, we can easily manage how our design structured is laid out. So this is going to really help you build all the page designs. And just in case, if you want to add any sub menu, you can click on any of these items here. And if you mouse over on this, you get an option here. It says add sub menu. Let's click here. And if we click on this plus, here we can add a new page. So this will be again a draft page. So now we have a drop down under service like this. And so this is how we can create the sub menu and the main navigation of our website. So after this, let's go in the next column, and here we will add a button. So let's call a button here. You can use the native WordPress block or maybe the Cadence block. So let's maybe type in get a quote, define how this button should look from the settings. So we are going to leave it as it is. And let's go back in the main row layout. And here we will change the vertical alignment to middle so that all of them will be in one line. So let's save this from here. So now our header template is ready. And here if we go in pages, we can see all our draft pages. So let's click on all and then edit, apply, and status will be published. Let's update this. And now we need to make this page, which is named as home, as our website homepage. So for that, we will go to settings under reading, here we will select our home as our home page, and let's refresh it now. So now our page home is the home page of this website, but we still don't see our custom header here. And the reason is because this page is right now using the template, which is the default under this theme. We have not created any custom template, or we have not edited the default template of this theme template page. So that's why we do not see our custom header here. So we will get to that point, but first let's go ahead and create our custom footer as well. So here we'll go back in this WordPress icon. We go to template parts, and here you see our custom header, which is showing with my image and my name, and this is not part of 2022 theme. So now it's time to create our custom footer. Let's click on add new. Let's call it custom footer. Choose the template part type as footer. Let's create. Once again, we will start with adding a group, and again we will change the dimensions. We will make the structure as 100% wide, 80% width for content. In the color, we will choose the background as black, and for the text we will choose white. And now we will start adding a row layout. Again, we will choose a 3-column layout, and for the first one we will choose advanced text. Again, from the Cadence theme, we will change that to H4. So now we can edit the typography as well from the Cadence theme block settings. So we will choose color as white. Font size, we can make it to 20 pixel. In the advanced typography, let's change the font family as well. And after this, we are going to add icon list. So let's say we add our pages and we will link them here. So I'm just going to add 3 sample list here, and we can do all the settings from this right hand side. Now let's go ahead and copy this heading from here. Let's paste it in the second column. Let's call it follow us, and here we will add icons. So we will align them to left, and maybe we can choose Facebook first. Icon size will be 40. Icon color will be white. Here we can add the URL for our social media pages, and in the margin, let's go ahead and add maybe 5 pixels from the right, 5 pixels from the left, and let's add 2 more icons. And now we just need to change the icon and the link. Alright, so our social icons are done. Let's copy this title again, paste it here. And after that, we are just going to paste this working hours. Let's go ahead and change the font size to 13 pixel. So you can play around with these blocks and create your own custom footer. So let's go ahead and save this. So our custom footer is ready. So now for this home page, we are going to click on add page. So now our header and footer are ready. We just need to add them on this home page or all the other pages, and for that we need to edit this page. So now we are in the page editor, where we can just add the content here for our home page or maybe on any page. And here on the right hand side, if we go in the page settings, here we have an option template, and right now it's using the default template, and we also have few other default templates, but we are not going to use any one of them. We will create our own custom page template where we will add our header, footer and main content area, and so that we will not get affected by any theme update or any theme change. So let's go ahead and click on new. Let's name it custom home page. Let's click on create. So now we are back in our theme template editor. If we open this list view, You can see that we are using site title, site tagline as our header. So we can just delete that. Let's delete this separator. Here we have the group which is containing our post title and post content. We don't have footer here. So now we just need to use our normal Gutenberg editor and add our header above this. So we can click on these three dots, insert before, and here we'll start typing header. So now we have two options, create a new header or choose existing one. So we will choose existing one, and here is our custom header. So now this is showing our custom made header, but don't worry about the way it's looking here. It's going to be fixed in the front end. And once we are done with the header, we click on this group again, which is actually holding our main content area. After this, we're going to click on insert after, and then we will call our footer block. Once again, we will choose existing and choose our custom footer. Alright, so now we have our header, footer, and the content here, which is for our home page. So let's update this and let's open the page in the front end. So this is how our home page looks with our new custom header and footer. But right now there is no content, so let's go ahead and add a sample content here. So maybe we can just paste some sample text here just to fill up the content area. So now you see we have our header, main content area, and our custom footer. But if we go in any other page, we will be back to our default template. And the reason is because we are just using this custom template here for the home page. Under template, you can see it's now using custom home page. But for this about page or any other page on our website, we need to get inside the edit page option and then change the default template to the custom home page. Let's update this, open that in front end. So now our about us page is showing our custom header as well as our custom footer. Again, if we go in any other page, it will not show the template that we have created until we manually go ahead and assign that template to that page. We can easily skip that part by editing the default template, but we want to avoid that for future security. Once again, if we come back on the home page, so this is how we can design our custom header and footer. But the problem is that this full site editing is not perfect yet. If you open the website in a mobile view, it's not perfectly aligned for mobile, especially the header and the navigation block. Because if we click here, our button is showing above our menu and even the sub menu is open right here. So this needs a lot of work, at least for this version. Maybe in the future version we see this thing getting fixed, or if I am missing anything, then do let me know in the comment section below. Is it something normal which is need to be fixed in the future WordPress update, or am I missing something? So this is how we can create our custom header and footer, and with this we can easily create any kind of website or blog by just using full site editor. And if you have any questions or any feedback regarding full site editing, then do let us know in the comment section below. What are your views? What are the problems that you are facing? And if you found any solution for that, then do share us in the comment section below and help others. So that's it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.